usually when I start my interviews, I got my intro I usually use. You know, it's my little rhyme riddle. But for this one, I'm gonna go with LD is straight from 300 block. Known for shooting pistols, selling rocks. Okay, hold on. As long as I'm in the eye range of Deezy, Miaci, I consistently bees at the top. Okay, yeah. I've been listening though, man. Yeah, I'm listening for sure, man. Look, it's Jaysgreenroom, Greenroom TV, and we got it in. We got LD 300 from East Texas. Yeah. Rap artist, rap hustler. Yeah. Rap businessman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just artists in general, all around. Yeah. Yeah. Anything I left off the list?
Hey man, just somebody that's just trying to really do it, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We're gonna start from the beginning though. So you from East Texas?
From Longview, Texas.
Longview, okay. I was wondering. I thought it might have been like Tyler or some shit like that.
Nah, but I fuck with Tyler really heavy. I'm from Longview though.
Okay. Yeah. I always describe East Texas as everything between Dallas and Houston, in a way.
Man, you know what? I never heard it. That's the way I look at it. I probably never put it in words like that. That's a good word. I need to put that down. Yeah, everything between Dallas and Houston.
For real though. Yeah. And for Dallas to be the type of city it is, for Houston to be the type of city, you can only imagine what's in between. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
A lot of people sleep on East Texas.
Yeah. There's a couple reasons for that, but I understand.
What you think some of the reasons are?
One of the major reasons is social media. Okay. You know, we talk about it all the time, but in bigger cities, what people use is Instagram primarily. So in Houston, you know, the primary form of social media is Instagram. Definitely. Whereas in East Texas, it's Facebook. So one of the misnomers is that if you was on Instagram with 2,000 followers, a person would think that, I'm saying as an artist, a person would think that you're not popping. But you might, you know, like your Facebook presence, you know, you may have 20,000 people on your Facebook page, not just, or you got your personal page where it would be that, you know, that 5,000 right there, but then you might have your page that feeds directly into your Instagram business page that feeds right into your Facebook fan page. And so you got people over here, but large people from these bigger cities, they don't know that.
They trying to get away from Facebook.
Yeah, and not knowing that geographically.
That's how you tap into them markets.
Yeah, we was talking Memphis. A lot of people in Memphis use.
I never thought about that though.
Facebook, yeah. Different places specialize in different things, so you can't overlook you know. And I ain't gonna lie, shout out to Propane because he was one of the people that was telling me like don't cut out, because of course, you know, I've been locked up and I'm just trying to figure what's the best one to you. I'm looking for what's the best this. I ask Deezy, what's the best this, what's the best that, so I can now you got to do all of it. You got to have all of those. Yeah.
Man, I seen an interview once with Mo3 from Dallas. He actually said that's where he popped, was Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Another shout out my partner Jono. Okay. Jonathan Young from Young's Bakery down there. Well. Jono, he went viral on Facebook. Yeah. And that's how he got to where he is right now.
Yeah, I think it's easier to go viral on Facebook. I think for some reason you could limit your friends on Facebook, but the videos, the feed, it reaches a wider audience, I believe. I think so. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There we go. Okay, so Longview, Texas. Yes, sir. Coming from Longview. Tell me some things about Longview that makes Longview unique.
One of the things, it's a hard place to be from because of like the seriousness of the violent shit, you know.
There's a lot of violence out there?
Yeah.
Gang shit or just regular criminal shit?
Murder is a thing that you can do down there.
Okay.
You know.
I got you.
So yeah, that kind of, it's where wrong shit can happen. Like something wrong and everybody, you know.
Yeah.
And we can't ever do that, you know. Love you, you know, he'll never let, you know, so but when you read and that kind of stuff, it kind of give you a better appreciation for life and all of that as you progress forward, because at a point when you done seen that stuff like that kind of shit a lot, you just kind of you know, you really understand what life is all about if you done never had one of those experiences.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. Longview kind of one of them places where you don't really want to be caught out there if you don't really know nobody.
I don't want to be one of them dudes that be like, oh, you know, I'm from the roughest place, you know what I'm saying? It's just that, you know, a person should look into it for themselves. But I would say, like any place, it is what you make of it.
Yeah.
You can, it's no easier to get hurt there than it is anywhere else, but just my experiences there just helped me to really understand what life was really about.
Yeah.
And what kind of character that I wanted to create for myself, what kind of person I wanted to be.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah, Longview was definitely at the top of like last year's list of murders and all kind of shit. Yeah, Longview was a place, one of them places in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Man, what's some other spots like in East Texas? Because East Texas is really collective.
It's a collective. You know, Northeast Texas. When you talking about like Tyler, Marshall, you know, and all of those surrounding counties up there, maybe Wascom. When you coming from Dallas down 20, there's that kind of East Texas. Mm-hmm. All the way to Shreveport.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, like Shreveport, it's like another home for us. You know what I mean?
That's close to Longview.
Oh yeah, it's like not even 20 minutes.
Okay,
you know what I mean? So you're there. You're not even 20 minutes from Shreveport. Not even 20 minutes from Tyler. Longview is right there. Then before you get to Shreveport, it's Marshall.
Yeah.
So you got to think, you're talking about 100,000 people in Longview, 100,000 or plus people in Tyler.
Yeah.
You talking about however many people it is, 60, however many in Marshall, and you talking about within an hour distance. So when you talking about clubs or you talking about things of that night, then you, of course, like I said, Shreveport, you add that big. That's just the upper portion. We ain't started going down into the
59.
Down 59, down 45 south, off into the Lufkins and Nacogdoches and all of that. So, you know, together, it's a nice, big area. And I think that a lot of times that gets lost when somebody is from a quote-unquote larger city. Because the reality of it is, we all really like together. We were very close. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not just like, you know, like if I get it popping in Longview, for sure people in Tyler know. You know, for sure people in Shreveport know. So when we start adding them all together,
it's almost like a big city.
Yeah, you know. So that's really probably my story. You know, but you know, a lot of people identify me with Houston. I work closely with a lot of people from Houston. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
was that by design or it just naturally happened like that?
To be honest with you, if Deezy was in if he was in Dallas, that's where I would be. But it's for sure, like my brother Deezy down here, Kiki was one of the first, you know what I'm saying? I've been messing with Kiki for a long time. Yeah. Again, Propane is down there. And again, my dude, Jono, I ain't gonna lie, if you're doing hip hop in the state of Texas, your road's gonna end up crossing here. Yeah. So I think through a lot of the work that me and Deezy have done in this short year that I done been out, it just put me on the radar real strong in Houston, and I got a lot of support down here. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit is humbling to me, cause it just show that real niggas can fuck around anywhere.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, so it's, man, I ain't gonna lie, that's been the thing that, shout out, you know, I could be here all day just with the Houston shit, because there's a lot of dudes from Houston that's been like really integral to what I got going on.
Straight up.
For real. And they probably gonna, if I just start saying names, I'm gonna be here. Bobby Hustle.
Okay.
Shout out my dude Bobby Harris, Bobby Hustle. And all of the hoods that I've been at down here, that I've shot videos in these hoods down here, people that open their hoods up to me, Alvo, the boys in the South Bank, people on Sunnyside, in Rosewood, and in City Gas with my homie, Q. Right, with my homie Marquell, he gonna look at that and be like, damn. My partner Q, man, that opened up the North to us, man. And just many more, man. G-Luck and them, just
G-Luck, B-Don, G-Luck.
Yeah, just every, and then the Pro put that together. So it's just like so many people that have helped, and now, Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
So shout out Mr. Lee, we got a project and it's crazy, but everything with me have just been musically, my advancements have more so blossomed from H-Town, and I'm real thankful for that.
Yeah.
But then I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan too. So
okay,
you know what I'm saying? I done put a lot of bread into H-Town as well.
Yeah.
So shit, that gotta be taken into consideration too.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I would say you one of them artists who, because you said you only been out a year, you one of them type of artists to where there's levels to like the Houston rap business thing, and you speaking on all the connections that you made. It's some artists never get to the level where they propane and Deezy's and all that kind of, even though everybody is open to work in Houston, but you got a more rapid pace. You know what I'm saying?
I've been told that.
Yeah.
If you want to know like what do I attest that to, like amongst us, you would have to know that we believe very heavily in bringing things into manifestation based on how you really believe inside your heart and whatnot.
To my you as a person or your people you work with?
Me for sure as a person, but shit, pretty much everybody that I work with too.
Yeah.
So this didn't start with me getting out. That's one of the main things that a person, if they thinking that I'm moving fast, it didn't start with I got out with a great idea about I'm finna be a rapper. You know what? I know such and such. These relationships was forged in some of the roughest places,
Right.
I don't think a lot of people even really just know that. Like, a lot of people that you see around me, the reason why I'm able to move, probably the way that I move, man, I've been locked up with all of these dudes. Deezy was my next door neighbor on medium custody on Briscoe unit.
Yeah, I remember I interviewed him. I remember him. That's the first time I ever heard about you. In my interview with Deezy, he brought you up while you were still locked up.
Yeah. Alvo, Bobby, some people, I don't even know if people know if they ever been locked up, but in prison there is a body of people as well, right?
Yeah.
That's like, if you was, of course, anybody can be tough, anybody can be, we all engaged in whatever we engaged in on some violent shit in prison, but one of the main things is that we all really kind of formed around, like books and what we was gonna do when we was getting out, and we sat at them tables, and and brainstormed, and basically formed. Those bonds was forged way back then. So now that I'm out, the genuineness of these bonds is what's led, I guess, if they want to say that I'm moving fast. Shit, Deezy, that's my partner. That man, we wrote each other when he got out. He ain't get out and just leave me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It don't be like that for everybody though.
It don't be like that for everybody, but then I feel that if your heart is really geared towards a certain thing, it's gonna be made manifest. Your job is to keep your energy clear enough to pursue it. Yeah. And I just try to pursue my shit from the highest plane possible without without letting anything cloud what I got going on. And of course, always the biggest fight is the one with yourself.
For real though.
Yeah.
When you locked up, you in the pen. And you speaking of these people that you were able to connect with on this high plane, intellectually progressive.
But still, there's got to be this part of it. I ain't know this nigga was finna be no video. I didn't know that. You don't know how things. You can't go into it like. All I know is what I want to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I know. All I know is what I want to do, and then you gotta trust that life is gonna move the pieces to where they need to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But a lot of people out here trying to finesse for a position.
That's true.
Not knowing that all you gotta do is be stiff in your own spirit about what you're pursuing, and shit, gotta line that shit up. Yeah. That's what happened with me. I don't want people to think that, oh, if you knew such and such, or if you knew this person, it would happen for you. Now, the first thing you need to do is get clear in your own, inside of your own self, of what you really want to make happen, and allow yourself to be scared. Allow yourself to, get knocked off the horse a few times and keep staying persistent to it. Don't give yourself no safety net. You want to go faster, don't do shit else. Well, like I don't do nothing else. I'm good. I'm selling music to actual people. I don't got no fake followers and none of that shit. I'm taken care of by my hustle, by me putting this shit together, selling this shit to the people. These people paying $20 for this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They rocking with the quality of what it is that I'm doing. And I'm doing my best every time, and I'm elevating and raising this shit every time. I don't gotta put on no dress and then these people they fucking with it. They fucking with what I got going on, and and it's just continue to go up.
I'm fucking with it.
Yeah. That's really all that's going down.
It sounds like to me that you're saying that don't misconstrue what I'm saying to, hey, you just go meet some people and get close to people, networking. Yeah, network is important. Yeah. But it really sounds like you're saying be righteous with your mission.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That is just pursue it. Don't worry about it, because it's gonna work out. No matter how scared you might get during the process, especially when you got real life responsibilities. But be willing to live under a bridge. Sometimes it's just the
willingness.
Like I'm willing to live under a bridge if that's what's necessary. Sometimes if you just make the statement like, I don't give a fuck, I'm doing this. You'll be surprised, who, like how relationships that you had, people that you looked out for, people that you had a genuine experience with before, man, you'll be surprised how you don't know who done got a job at Def Jam or some other place. You don't even know. You have no idea. The only thing that you really can control is yourself. And once you make that signal clear as fuck, it's gonna line up for you. If I was to just really start pointing out to you all of these people, and then you could rewind the tape, like back to when we was where we was at, you will see that we've been radiating this shit for like a long time. It did not happen overnight. So you got to be willing, When me and Deezy was like down there together, that was shit. That was 2009, 10, 11, all the way. That's back then. Yeah. I stayed in prison all the way to 2019.
So it was in prison that this kind of mind state manifested.
Yes, I will admit that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just coming across the right books, wanting better for myself. I really had to learn.
I seen that post from you one time. I forgot. It was like you was out selling CDs, and you. I think your caption was, "You just want to be mentioned amongst the greats with this shit."
That's it.
So that mind state, as far as being one of the greats with this rap shit, that came in prison.
Just the fact that I could make it possible. Yeah. That it was all on me. The responsibility aspect of it. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people take full responsibility for their life. I take full responsibility. Whatever happens, if I did good, we did good. If we did bad, it's because I did bad. Something I didn't do right. It's my fault, win or lose. So that's the way I accept it. Full responsibility. Not no blaming nobody else. Whatever happens is I was able to be in the right energy state in order to make it happen. If it didn't happen, maybe it wasn't supposed to happen right then, but if it don't happen at all, it was my fault. I couldn't make it happen, and I can't blame nobody but myself.
For sure. Okay. Yeah. Man, I want to get more back into that moment in prison or out of prison when the dedication to the rap came. But before that, you know what I'm saying, I want to talk about how long was you in prison?
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
And originally you was what, sentenced to 30?
Yes, I actually 40. I had 20, 10, and 10 stacked. And if you was to get the transcripts, you know what I'm saying, it would read that way. But like on my song first day out, when I say, damn, somehow 20, 10, and 10 equal up to 30. Like when I got to prison, they showed me, like, you can be sentenced in like in a county, and then TDC can handle it the way they see fit. Yeah. And what had happened wrong with my shit was that let's just say you're running from the police, and in the process of you running from the police, you kill somebody in a car.
Okay.
So let's say that's manslaughter. Say the car was stolen. Say you got evading arrest. Just all of these different charges that you got during this criminal episode. Okay, they might give you 10 for this, 20 for that, you know, whatever they give you for all of this stuff. And then when you go to get your, like when you come to TDC, they can't stack your sentences on something that happened in one criminal episode.
Right.
Well, with me, I had a aggravated assault case. I had pistol whipped this person, and then I had drug charges and all of the shit they busted me with in my crib. So those was 2 different dates. So they try to give me, you know, of course they gave me 10 ag for, you know, the assault charge. Then over here I got felon in possession of a firearm, and, you know, drug cases out the ass. You know what I'm saying? All in one whop. Right. So they gave me 20 for the drugs, 10 for the gun, and 10 for the assault. Okay. That's 40 years. Right. Then when I go to to get, you know, to do my to get sentenced and all that, they finesse me so live with the, you know, trying to cop out shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that when you try to cop out that the judge don't have to accept the plea. And they make you waive all of your rights. Now see, they don't do it a lot of times, fuck over you on the plea like that, but they fucked over me on the plea, you know, as that anomaly or whatever. So I go in there, look, man, you know the judge don't have to accept it, but this is the deal that we're going to give you. We just going to give you 20 for the drugs.
Right.
You know, bet.
Concurrent, I guess.
Yeah, we're just going to give you 20 years.
Yeah.
Right? But when I get over here to this judge, he wants to send a message to my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So he tells, you know, all of y'all from 300, you know, whatever. And
you talk about it on his song.
Yeah, so this bitch, he really, Alvin Curry,
he you know, never see the block again.
He really thought I would never see my hood again with that shit that he did. But you know, like during the process, I just honestly, I just always knew I would get a chance to do this shit. You gotta be like fucking crazy. I just really in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna get a chance. I'm gonna shine again. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do it.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my chance. So that's really what happened with the but when of course when I get down there, how they did it was what I learned was that what I just told you. So I got the drugs and the pistol case that was ran concurrent, even though in the transcripts you'll see this motherfucker stacked all of my charges. But down there they showed me that no, okay, so now you got 20, because your 20 eats up your 10.
Right.
You got 20 and 10.
Yeah.
You know.
I got you.
But that's stacked.
Yeah.
Because this on 2 different things. And of course, you know, you got to do 5 on the 10 because it's an aggravated sentence.
Yeah,
and then anybody will tell you on a 20-year sentence, they're not going to let you go on the little 2 years that you were supposed to, like, you got to do 2 years on your 20 non-ag to come up 2 years and like 4 some months or something like that.
Yeah.
But you need to make parole on your aggravated charge before you can get to your 20. So it's like you ain't getting out, you know. So and then what to make matters even worse, you got to do 5 years to come up on your 10. When I come up on the 10, they give me a 3-year set off. Like 3 years until you see parole. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Playing with the numbers, man.
Yeah, and then when I get the 3-year set off, I finish the 3-year set off. You just know you're gonna get parole on the next one. No, they told me they gave me a serve out. So I had to finish the 10.
The 10.
And when I finished my 10, I still had a little bit of time because until you get sentenced, all of that time they use that as a that all was together. So I didn't have to do the full 2 years and whatever it was, for me to get out. And at that point, that's when I got Mary Simone. Shout out Mary Simone, my attorney.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Shout out, man.
Hell yeah. Mary Simone got me. I said in one of them songs, Lloyd Redmond got Pimp C out, but Mary Simone, Pimp C and Lloyd Redmond, I had Mary Simone. Mary Simone, hell yeah, she got me up out there, bitch, man. It's the best money I ever spent in my life, because they damn sure were going to send me off again.
Well, so 12 years total, and you got out 2019?
Yeah, I got out March 25th, 2019.
Okay, yeah. All right, so when you was in there, though, what were some of the things like you experienced as far as, you know what I'm saying? I know you say that's when you first really got your mind to think more progressively. You say you read a lot of books? Oh, for sure. What were some of the books that you was reading? I got my book. I'm a county jail nigga, state jail nigga.
Oh man, don't claim it. Don't claim it like that. You know what I'm saying? You like my brother. My brother's a fed nigga. You call me a state nigga. I ain't no state nigga.
But I didn't gave up time to where reading was how I released myself. So I got my favorite book. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite book?
The book that changed my life during incarceration was As a Man Thinketh by James.
That's a good book. Okay.
And also The 8 Pillars of Prosperity by James Allen. But more so The 8 Pillars of Prosperity.
Well, you named good. You already James Allen both of them books.
Yeah.
You did good right off the rip, so I can salute you for that.
Like what? For real?
I basically read for sure. I read everything in that vein. So I could, James Allen, Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
All of that was Ernest Holmes. And, that was crucial to my understanding of myself, because I really didn't realize that I was the person creating those scenarios, gangster scenarios, where I would have to act a certain way. I was visualizing this shit. I always had that kind of shit in my mind that, G shit, you know what I'm saying? And just living it out, you know what I mean? So
consider yourself a gangster, always.
Yes, yeah, hell yeah. In my mind, in my heart. Oh yeah, you gonna do that? I'm gonna do this. I'm sitting up here, and you can't. If you radiating that shit, it's gonna become reality. And my shit was becoming reality, and I'm the nigga. I ain't never rat. Oh, give me the time. You gonna give me the time? Fuck you. I ain't gonna take the time. That shit is a toxic way. That kind of thinking. Yeah. Is what had me creating them scenarios, and I was living inside of that shit.
You attracting that energy.
Yeah, for sure. And it was like a breath of fresh air to know that I could change my thinking.
And it was the reading that you kind of.
Yes.
Man, that's live though. That's a lot of shit.
Hell, but those books are not expensive, like James Allen and shit like that.
Not at all.
Thinking about it. Man, I probably spent a couple of $1,000 on those books.
Real?
So that lets you know how many and how much.
The food for thought, man.
I needed that shit so bad.
Yeah, once you get that thirst for it, the knowledge, it's a motherfucker.
And after that, I went to other books, other authors. But I exhausted myself in that first before I got to people like Baltasar Gracian, Emerson, shit like that. Before I got to their level, though. I was reading all of that other shit.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So,
hell yeah.
That's what it took in order for me to be able to really believe that I could do some ill with my, and of course that whole time, we rapping. Yeah. We having these big showings at big concerts at Talim. I wanted to always be considered the best. I battled them.
And this is before you got locked up.
This is in prison.
In prison.
Before prison, I
always wanted to know what was you doing before that too.
Selling drugs and doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
And but I had a mixtape out. Shout out Kiki. That was in 2005. And I got locked up before that. Did some time. I had a aggravated 10 back then for popping a nigga. You know, so it's. I've been fucking up so long that people know me as a fuck up, but I always was good at rapping, and most people will tell you that. But then, when I was locked up, my first bid was when I kind of learned from this dude named Rari. Shout out Rari from Oak Cliff, how to really deliver in songs, how to really bring the good shit when it comes to songs. And you know, from after him with that shit, after we separated due to, like, you know, going getting shipped to different units and shit, I took my flow to the next level, and I always was very aggressive in my music towards people that rap. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to be the best. I always wanted to be the best at this shit.
And I think that's dope. I think that's one of the dopest aspects. This not an interview with a nigga like, hey, I'm just trying to get the hot. This is me actually telling you, like, I'm a motherfucking fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate
and I agree with you. You have that presence about you when you step to the mic, when the shit you saying, the way you manipulate the words, your message. And I like coming from where you come from, or even where we come from.
Right.
It's not many people approaching it, especially nowadays, like that.
Yeah, I know that. I noticed that, but that's the great thing.
Yeah.
You know, this game is huge.
Yeah,
it's so huge.
It's lanes for everybody.
Yes, man. I just don't know how much people really understand it. Yeah. Like, this shit is big enough for every single person that's in it. You know what I mean? You got internet rappers, you got single rappers, you got, you know, like concept album rappers, you got conscious rap, you got dope people of all. You got niggas like Toby Nagawe. Look at that lane. You know what I'm saying? How you was gonna? That's like a ill ass lane to be in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to just African art, high lyricism. Yeah. Like, that shit is like
club music.
Yeah, club music. Like,
yeah.
You know, and that's one guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you start adding all that, and you can do all that, and niggas riding slab. Niggas still making slab music. Niggas on some lyrical shit. Niggas like Pro with the pen guy. You got people like niggas still coming off the head, freestyling and shit. So, you know, that's all over. It's people you never heard of.
Not just Houston.
Yeah, I got to say this. He already know the person I'm finna say. I really fuck with Larry June.
Larry June?
This nigga Larry June from San Francisco.
I never heard of him. I fuck with a few San Francisco artists too.
I fuck with Larry June.
Real? Man, shout out Larry June. I'm about to check him out.
Larry June, man. Larry June. I listen to Larry June from point A to point B. And my method to my madness, as far as I step to the mic aggressive and I do my thing the way I do it. But the overall objective in my music is to create a world for you to get you from point A to point B. I'm only trying to be in your car. I just want to go with you wherever you're going.
Yeah.
And then when you get out that bitch, I want to be the reason why you was slow to get out that bitch. And when you finally do get out that motherfucker, I want you to be feeling better. You know, stronger, more confident. You know, people that fuck with my shit, they some different breed of people. I will say that. They still, man, they not like they not regular people. You can't just tell them no anything and none of that shit. And I like that shit. So it's like,
that's a good feeling too.
But the dude June is I like to be able to listen to people that if I just turn my thoughts off, like if I'm just riding and just in my own zone, and you know, because that's an intimate thing. Yeah. If you gonna feed my subconscious, I don't want you saying no bullshit. I don't want you telling me to go buy no bitch, no purse.
Right.
I don't want you to be saying nothing that I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because like I don't want you, I don't want you impregnating my mind with sucker shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want no sucker shit in my motherfucking, you know, in my atmosphere. That nigga ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Later, June.
Do you ever feel like certain lanes in hip hop as a whole are more important than others?
To be honest with you, no, I don't think that.
Okay.
Every lane is as important as the artist makes it. Again, it's a huge world, and in reality, what person, whoever makes some shit that you might feel like is some Trap Boy Freddy is as important content wise, in my opinion. This might be controversial, but is as Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely disagree.
I can understand why you would. Gucci Mane is Boosie is as important as an artist and in his music as Nas. You know what I mean? Like it's that's the real reality of it. You know what I mean? But a lot of times people not gonna give you your card based on what the fuck is really popping with you. Like, I'm gonna put it like this. Common.
One of my favorites, personal favorites. I'm talking about pre-Kanye. Common is my favorite though.
Shout out Common. He ain't no better rapper than Jeezy. You know why I say that?
Why is that?
Because conveying, connecting is an MC's responsibility as well. So if you're not connecting strong as possible to
a certain amount of people or a sector of people,
you ain't as dope as you think.
That's a good point.
I think that a lot of times rappers want to rap inside a box. Shout out that nigga Don Key too. Kiki, in my opinion, in my life, in my worldview, is a more important rapper than Common.
I feel you on that.
I don't want to be like I'm riding down on Common. I ain't riding down on Common.
It's all good, Common, if you're watching this.
It's definitely all good, but I'm just saying that creating...
Yeah. Cultural influence, man, is important.
Come on, man.
That's top of the list, man.
Come on, man. So how you that dope? You not that. You think you... I mean, you might be good with your word. You might have all of that. But if you not resonating with the people who is the ultimate judge, man, that's your fault. That's on you alone as the MC. You know, you have to be able to fix your shit to where it does what it needs to do. That ain't, you can't, if you once you start telling the world that the world is dumb, all these they picking up all this bullshit. Shit, Kendrick Lamar ain't having no problem with it.
Right.
J. Cole ain't got no problem with it.
But a lot of that has to do with business, though.
Oh, your business ain't straight? Who filed it? Like, it's whatever your problem is, it's your problem.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta figure that shit out. You ain't figured it out yet, that's your fucking bad.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel like none of us should feel sorry for somebody that ain't got their shit together and wanting you to pay them or buy into what because they gonna sit there behind that mic and tell you, they're gonna talk to you like some kind of sage. They want you to buy into their worldview.
Yeah.
But over here they lacking. Over here they can't figure out the business. But you want to be played in a person's car to help him get from point A to point B. You ain't got all the answers.
You gotta connect. Yeah, cultural influence is for real. It's top of the list, man.
Yeah. Get in your box.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, and let us have it.
Yeah. And
put it out there for us to consume. And when we judge it, and we don't judge it the way you want us to judge, don't get mad at us. You mad at us. We don't like it. You know what I'm saying? You done read some book and got all off into some different kind of rhythms and shit.
Yeah.
We ain't feeling your new direction. You think it's the world is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You got a responsibility to us to jam and to give us shit to move to. You know? Some people's responsibilities are different. Some people's responsibilities are to the craft, is to move the culture ahead. You know? So I'm not picking up Jay Electronica's album wanting him to jam in the same way like a Boosie or something.
You think Jay Electronica dropped the ball?
No, I think Jay Electronica moved the goal. I think he moved the needle. That album is great. A lot of motherfuckers I'm Muslim, so I get it.
Okay, I know that.
So a lot of the things that he was saying from any Muslim would love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he's reciting Quran, reciting different prayers in Arabic and whatnot. So he's doing these things, and I know exactly what you're saying, and it resonates with me. And then I know already that you can't go into this project using the drum patterns of today.
Right. I like that production. It was different.
That was like part of I'm moving the culture forward. I'm not coming in this bit. First of all, I'm coming in this bit. I feel like
lanes like that, culture moving lanes are more important than certain lanes.
Because the culture's not always ready to be moved.
Okay, good point.
So when you come when a nigga like Kanye come and make a Jesus, like an album about Christ or being a Christian or whatnot, that shit, some motherfuckers want Kanye to be a lot of people will want Kanye to remain ignorant as far as the music goes. You want him to say some controversial shit. Yeah. You know, over elaborate production. You know, you don't want him to use the height of his musical powers to tell you some shit about God. You want him to tell man, the bitch need to suck your dick or whatnot. I'm gonna fuck your girl type shit. Yeah. So, you know, when he fails to deliver in that shit can make a lot of people feel like that he didn't do what he was supposed to do. Or he didn't come with the album in the way that he should have. Right. You know, so that's those are the things in your life inside of music today, especially what a lot of people call your brand or whatever. Right. That shit is like super important to your how relatable you're gonna be. You know, so we grew up to a lot of rappers that was giving us a way of thinking. Yeah. And they were just iconic in their way of delivering it.
But not necessarily delivering that good shit.
No, they was delivering good shit when we believed them. But then as time went on and they didn't have a life that resembled a person with knowledge of self and with knowledge of like some of that shit they were saying, that boss shit they were saying. Right. And now that we done got to today, like, cause when people start, like when I talk to people and I was like, there's people that are in Jay-Z's class. Yeah. Of like, their careers have been around or started as like his did or around the same time or before his. But the reason why people are not responding to those people today is because their lives aren't on par with, you know, what they were spitting. Right. Now we don't give a fuck about what you're saying no more.
I think that's one of the biggest problems with Lil Wayne is that a lot of his fan base kind of like outgrew his subject matter. Like a lot of the true Lil Wayne fans, they like lifestyle wise, when they were really jamming those ceilings in 09 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Weezy always gonna give you that type of shit. But I feel like his core fans have kind of matured past him. He's always gonna be able to drop shit, but I don't think he'll ever be able to captivate the world like he did because the people who really his fans, they kind of mature past what he's.
That's a good point. Yeah. I'm gonna disagree, but I still feel like it's a good point.
For sure.
The nigga Wayne's a genius.
He is though. He's a cold motherfucker though.
And you can never count a genius out.
That's true.
So I'm gonna leave that part of it, and I'm gonna say as well. Sometimes you can be so fucking like. There's a universal law called the law of growth.
True.
Right? And if you keep doing something, you're going to grow in it. Right? So, even if you just bullshitting, you're going
to grow some bullshit.
You hurting yourself. You know what I mean? So, a dude like Wayne, who's been rapping professionally.
Forever.
Since he was probably like 15? Professionally.
Less than that. I would say about 12.
Okay. Yeah. As a professional.
Yeah.
Right? 37.
Yeah.
Then he's got these like crazy creative bursts that last for 50 albums, like 50 mixtapes. I'm going crazy. Turn it on. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's put that out. Let's get it out there.
Yeah.
And exploding in the process. Somewhere along the line, as a brand, the nigga is Snoop Dogg. He's like over on the other side of the fence.
Oh yeah, he's definitely there.
It's very hard to be ill from that standpoint on a hip hop level. But if it's anybody that can figure it out, I think it's him. We've not seen the only example that we have of that, correct me if I'm wrong, is Jay-Z's the only person that's been ill after the spurt, like the burst, the hot streak, go lay down, come back up, global icon, I'm gonna drop you an album and it's gonna fuck with culture.
That cultural influence.
I do believe that Wayne has the ability to do it.
Yeah, never count him out.
And another thing is that people think, I know we talk about this shit all the time, people think Wayne fell off.
A lot of people say that.
What the fuck does that mean, fall off?
Well,
like Chingy fell off.
I don't think Chingy was ever on to me.
He was on.
He was on, but he was never.
He got more than one hit.
But he was never anybody I expected to like carry a fan base for a long extended period of time. I never had that expectation of him. He was hot than a motherfucker. Nigga.
I think that we could probably point out people that you didn't think that was going to be around is still around, and people that you thought was going to be around is not around.
And that's a true point. But by saying that, my expectation, exceeding my expectation, is what I want from you. I want you to change my mind. I want you to, you know what I'm saying. So when I say that about Chingy, you know, that's not just about Chingy. That's my perspective in general.
I'm saying Chingy fell off. He can't sell out a 500-person club right now.
Not at all.
No disrespect to Chingy. Compared to Wayne, who can't walk on the planet Earth.
Yeah.
But can't walk around.
People say Wayne fell off as far as Lil Wayne used to be a feeling. Like a feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever
feeling that he used to be.
Yeah.
If you're gonna book that feeling,
yeah, it's gonna
be at the toy. No, fuck that. I'm saying it's gonna be at the Toyota Center.
Yeah. That's right. People say he fell off. I ain't say he fell off now.
Yeah.
People say he fell off.
I'm saying in every major city in the United States, 15,000 people want to see Wayne. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think that is what's up right there. That's not like falling off.
He's dope. I just think that he'll never be able to like recapture that cultural influence that he had at one point. You know what I'm saying? I think his quality work will always remain. He's still dope. He's still ill, but he never will be able to captivate the people like he did before. Even though his work is done, like you say, if he gonna do a show today, it's gonna be a choice. He ain't hurting for no bread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as that culture,
he's up on you, to make it happen.
I think he's
so the likelihood is that he will do it.
Yeah.
Rather than he won't. Why I say
Facts.
Because I already got millions of people. Anything I put out is gonna be in the fucking pantheon of what it is that I do.
Yeah.
So it's going to be judged. It's not going to be like just looked over.
Right.
So it's gonna get all of the attention and everything that it needs. You know, if we wake up tomorrow morning and Wayne dropped the album last night,
everybody gonna check it out.
It's gonna be checked for. So if it's sonically moving the needle, if he ain't just just dumbing out doing normal Wayne, it's gonna be something. But one of the issues with him is that he done explored his artistry so deeply and spawned all of these different knockoff Lil Waynes.
Yeah.
So that's like these are all of his children running around.
That's true. I just think his albums, the newer albums, are great works. By his work, they just don't stick as long. Like you hear a nigga talking about Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3. You hear a nigga talk about No Ceilings. You don't hear a nigga talking about them last two like they
Funeral.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing.
Wayne. We love Wayne.
I got love for Wayne too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just being identifying with the game. This is a question though. Coming from you, LD 300.
Yeah.
Top 5 most culturally influential rappers 2010 to 2020. Top 5. This is not best lyricist. This is culturally influential.
Drake.
Okay.
K-Dot.
Okay.
I actually will agree. Like Chief Keef.
That's top 3. Yeah, like maybe 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is.
Yeah.
Young boy right now.
Yeah.
No.
NBA Youngboy is more like 2018 to 20.
No. He doesn't go.
Let me throw some names.
He doesn't go over Kodak.
Okay, that's good. Good
He
point.
doesn't go over Kodak.
But look, this still your list. We got Drake. We got K-Dot, Kendrick Lamar. Migos top 5 most culturally influential rappers.
I'm gonna
2010 to 2020.
Migos have had like a murderous run.
I agree with you. They even call this shit culture.
Yeah.
Chief Keef, you also said Chief Keef.
Keef, yes.
I think undoubtedly. I think Chief Keef may be the most culturally influential rapper in the last 10 years.
No.
Culturally.
It's very hard when somebody's been going for a few years before 2010 and still the champion. Drake is the champion.
Yeah.
So it's like from 7, since he came in the game, never took his foot off the gas. He's the man. Like you can't fuck with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a big deal. Then you got people that have, when you start talking about culture.
What about niggas like Wiz Khalifa with the weed culture? 2010 to 20.
I feel like it already existed. I think that he just replaced a person in that lane. You replaced Snoop Dogg
basically
as the weed person. But that shit Keef do, that shit, he did that.
Yeah.
You ain't had no look of that before him.
Deezy Miaci done seen a lot of Chief Keef type videos probably.
Yeah, that nigga makes them. That's what he makes, Chief Keef videos.
Yeah, I'm just picking your brain. While we talking about Drake, this make me want to go to something else I seen that you posted online. You posted your top 10 rappers of all time.
Oh yeah, for
your own personal list.
Yeah.
And you had, I can't remember. I remember you had Wayne on there.
Yeah, I think Wayne, I had him in number 2. I had Jay-Z number 1.
You had yourself on there?
Yeah, at 3 or 5. Oh no. I had Jay-Z first.
Yeah.
I think I had Wayne second. I think I had Biggie third.
Biggie's a motherfucker, man. You recently redid Biggie, Kicking the Dough.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
I had myself 5. I had Kiki.
Okay.
Key 713. I had him 6.
Okay, that's a good one.
I had Kendrick.
Okay.
Who all I had?
Okay, I'm looking at it now. You had Jay-Z, Wayne, Biggie at 3, Pimp C at 4.
Pimp. Oh yeah.
You had yourself at 5.
Yeah.
Kiki at 6. Pocket 7.
Pocket 7.
Rick Ross at 8.
Rose, yeah. Rose, for sure.
Kendrick Lamar at 9. And Champagne Poppy, Drake, at 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my favorite. That was like a list that I call like my personal list. And you got to understand the criteria. I felt like the criteria of lyricism and, rap has to extend beyond just what you do on the mic. It's gotta be your life. It's gotta be included. You gotta really embody some of that.
Yeah.
You can't just get on the mic and then go be Clark Kent. You know what I mean? Over here now, you gotta have that. So when I start looking at people that have influenced me, that embody culture from a standpoint of like really embodying what they say.
Right.
And being ill.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that you gotta be a fucking crazy man killer, but I'm saying like you can't be sitting up there telling me that you just such a great boss and and you sitting up here working for.
Go ahead and clock in for a nigga and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You telling me what I ought to do, but then you don't even got your publishing and none of that shit. Right. Like you can't, I don't want to hear that because in time it'll bear itself out. But some people can overcome the rule
Yeah.
Because they such great artists, and that's like Biggie. Man, rhyme schemes. This nigga was so fucking great, so fucking ahead of his time that, you know, it trumps the fact he passed when he was 24 or some shit.
Early.
Right. So just to be that ill on the mic, turn the beat on, cadences, stories.
Yeah.
Like really that. Jay-Z, I love Jay-Z on the microphone. I love him off the mic.
Yeah, Jay-Z to me is just another level of greatness. Another level. I don't think we'll ever be able to see that again. If we do see anything like that, man.
But the closest thing that Texas has to a Lil Wayne and all of that type of shit is Kiki.
Okay. Pimp C?
No. Pimp C is past. He's gone.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
Now, he did start with music in, you know, at that 16. I'm talking about publicly.
Yeah.
Like out there. Like, I think they first shit came out, he was probably 17 or some shit.
Right.
So, yeah, you know, we get that. We respect that. We salute that.
Yeah.
Man, Kiki been a known rapper since he was like 16 years old, man. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think that we really give, because sometimes when you can really touch somebody, it don't seem as live. You know what I mean? That a person have never had a job in life before.
Yeah.
You know, we don't really respect that because it ain't came with platinum plaques and all of that shit.
Yeah.
But
nigga making that platinum street money though.
I think that people don't really give that shit the full. That man's still right here.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like, I don't really think that people give him his call. I'm talking about
fuck albums too. A lot of bodies, too much work.
Yeah. And the other day he was on, you know, they've been talking about this shit lately, you know what I'm saying? He need to let me be his lawyer.
Oh yeah.
Instead of speaking for, sometimes when you speak for yourself, man, you alienate a lot of people because a lot of people don't like to hear it out the horse's mouth about some shit you done did that, like if Deezy say, man, I've been shooting these videos and I'm the man, I done shot 1,000 videos, you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't sound right coming from him, but if somebody else say it, right, you know what I mean? So
that too.
When it come to like the Dunn, man, he fucking is the closest, he's the most consistent. He's had the longest career of anybody that we know. Yeah. You know, outside of Bun B. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Coming from Screwed Up Click.
Coming from the Screwed Up, coming from like that's coming from nothing. Off the top of your head. Yeah. Picking up a pen and paper.
They know that song. You go to fucking Canada, they know the South Side.
And to still have some stick today, that's I always say if something is so easy, then you should do it. Yeah. Or if you feel like it's nothing to this shit, then who can you name like that have been rapping from teenage years into their 40s, I guess, or whatever, and to still have some sense of relevance. Mm-hmm. And then the list becomes fucking, short as fuck. Yeah. So, I think you gotta salute him.
Definitely, man. Shout out to Kiki, man. I fucking love that commission. Don't Mess with Texas. That was my shit. Yeah. That shit was one of my shits, man. For real. Yeah. Alright. Let me step back a little bit on when you was in prison.
Bet.
Okay. I remember you said you was a Muslim.
Yeah.
Is that something that happened while you was in prison or not?
My mom married into Islam when I was 7, 8.
Okay.
So I can't say that I was full Muslim at that time, but definitely the practices was in my house and shit. Yeah. So,
got more serious during the incarceration though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And with the help of certain brothers, I was able to really further my understanding about what actually was taking place inside of Islam and really kind of align it with what I was learning about the other things that we discussed, like just universal laws and principles, whatnot. So as that was becoming like those, that thinking was kind of forging, it was helping me to become like, to have a better grasp of what life actually consists of and what my purpose is, why I'm here, and what's going to be taking place after I pass, which we all gonna pass.
Yeah, like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's a lot of very dope rappers, a part of Islam. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's some surprising rappers that are Muslim that the person wouldn't know.
I know Gates, Kim Gates.
Moneybagg Yo.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It's surprising, right?
Yeah. Who else? Let me think of somebody that I know.
French.
I know. Well, he's Moroccan, so yeah. Yeah, he's people from Africa and shit.
Freeway.
Oh yeah, definitely Freeway. I think Philadelphia probably has the most Islamic rappers. Actually, I've heard that Philadelphia has the largest Black Islamic community in America. Is that true?
I think Minnesota, but I'm not sure.
Oh, they got the Somalians and
yeah.
Oh, that's true. That might be true.
Yeah,
it might be true. Who's another rap? Davies Islam.
Davies is Muslim.
Yeah, he's Muslim. Yeah.
Wow, I ain't know that.
Yeah,
I ain't know that. What that does for you?
Yeah.
If you of course you're sincere, just regimented spiritual practices as we approach Ramadan, which is coming.
Yeah.
There's just a better way to live life that advances you. There really is.
Yeah.
If you consistent and stick with it and have focus, have a sense of what your responsibilities are as a person that's alive, and like you do those things, you can be moving quickly.
For sure.
Of course, you may not experience it as moving quickly, but from the outside looking in, people say, "Damn, man, you on your 3rd album in a year?
Yeah.
How many videos y'all done shot? Like, what y'all?"
That's one thing I was looking at too on the way to come interview. I'm like, damn, this man got a lot of videos, a lot of work.
Yeah. Make shit, my guy.
Yeah.
we can get it. You know what I mean? So it's like shit. We do our thing.
For sure.
We do our thing. But it's always, even when it's not the pretty part of shooting a video and shit.
Yeah.
When you by yourself, are you a rapper?
Yeah.
Or are you a fucking cashier? Or is you the fucking wherever you are?
Yeah.
Are you really writing raps when nobody's around? Mr. Lee will tell you. Shout out Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mr. Lee has really taken my production to a fucking ill ass level. So with this project, boom, with Crimes 3.
What you got there, man?
Yeah, this is Crimes 3 right here.
Let me take a look at that, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Crimes 3, okay.
Bam.
Okay. When this dropped, it's out already?
This is not officially out until March 5th.
So that's the actual CD is in there?
Yes.
That's some exclusive kind of shit?
This is some exclusive shit that I always make available to the people that really, really fuck with me. They want shit before time.
Okay.
So
how much you hitting for on those?
$20.
Guess what, man? We in the green room, man.
Hey, man.
I'm going to the pocket, man.
So
nobody got this, right? Nobody got this.
I just came to pick these up.
Okay, so I'm gonna have an exclusive.
You gonna have an exclusive?
Yeah, I'm gonna get
sure.
It's 20. Show them on camera, man.
Oh, let me get that. Ain't real.
Hey, green is great, man. Green is good,
yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you, man. This is Crimes 3 dropping May 5th. Okay. So I got this, so I'm gonna be on it before then. So y'all need to catch up.
That's the physical. I always make some physical available, and we get that before we go digital. So it'll go digital on the 5th, I believe. But
for sure.
And I always try to put something extra on them.
11 songs.
Yeah, 11.
For sure. So we got Crimes 2 out now.
Crimes 2 is out.
Crimes 1. That's 3 projects. Who knows how many videos? You've been rapping since way before, back in like 05. You said earlier. Do you consider this time around like you being a new artist?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So this is like it's like a new person.
I'm new, but it's like the climate that we in.
Yeah.
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I love it. You gotta have that content, you gotta be out with it, you gotta be like,
you gotta stay on top.
Hell yeah. You gotta really, and then, like my man, like the shit that if you stop for 4 months in this shit, you dead.
You're done. You're done, man.
I like that.
You like that?
Hell yeah.
That's good motivates, huh? Kind of.
That's the nigga. Is you fucking with it or what?
Yeah.
Get out the way. It's too many people want this shit.
Yeah.
So if you ain't really like about this shit, then you got to get the fuck out the way. That should feel like a good thing to somebody that's trying to come up. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Cause this shit is washing away motherfuckers like that.
You think the rap game will ever die out?
Hip hop as a whole?
Yeah.
Nah.
You don't think the pop aspect will just engulf it one day?
I think that as long is that again.
That's why I said earlier, some lanes might be more important.
There's not a more important lane, I think. In hip hop, the top force will always be somebody who makes bars and raps.
Okay.
You can make music for the times, harmonize it, put a melody inside. Melodies are strong and stick. Melodies are easy for people to remember.
Thanks.
But if that's your primary way, like some of the young kids, they come in and that's like their way of doing it.
Right.
Harmonizing melody raps, riding, just flowing over tracks.
Right.
Then we can't tell them apart.
That's true.
And then next year there's 3 more people that do that shit. Mm-hmm. Right? And now we can't remember what was the dude? You know? We can't call it.
Yeah. Because it's oversaturated.
But Drake been out for like.
Yeah.
But Kendrick Lamar been out for.
Yeah.
But J. Cole been.
That's true.
But Big Sean, he been.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And those people that have the highest artistry, and I count the baby as that too.
Okay.
Rapper Da Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I count him.
Even this early?
Huh?
Even this early, you count him like that?
Yeah, because he's not singing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I look at him as a person that's rapping.
Will you ever try to like incorporate some melody shit in your shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that we getting that on Crown Street?
No.
Okay.
To a certain extent, but it's a natural evolution for blacks, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we come from melodic music.
For sure.
So the rap was really like a wave when it first hit. It was like the world had never seen it.
When melody bubbles out of your spirit,
yeah,
naturally, that music is hard to turn away from. It's good. It's good shit. You know what I'm saying? Or when you at your happiest, and that's you singing happy. Mm-hmm. That shit is great too. You know what I'm saying? So those things because again, you know, we make so much music that you fucking living in these songs because they kind of capturing what's going on with you at the moment.
I feel like music, especially for black people, always will dictate the culture. Like whatever the song's talking about. Music period
is the strongest art.
Yeah, facts.
It is the strongest of all arts because it's something that you can do. You can have playing to accentuate the atmosphere. You can have music playing while you're painting. You can have music playing while you're working out. While you're playing basketball. Yeah. Music. You can't watch a movie and play basketball. You know what I'm saying? You can't sculpt a picture, sculpt a sculpture and fucking cook dinner. Nah. You know what I mean? Music is the one thing that you can do with everything else, and that's why it's the most important of the arts, and that's why so many people do it.
Man, fuck with music, man.
Yeah.
Music is shit. I feel like, like you say, the greatest. Matter of fact, music is a culture itself.
Music is a culture itself.
Shout out, man. Shout out.
No doubt. No doubt. Show, man.
Yeah. So look, I'm coming down the slope a little bit, but I need to make sure I get them a couple more good questions in. Okay. Let's focus in. So you got the tattoo game.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me see the head tattoo. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hit up hard. So this is mostly in jail.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out all of the many different Tongo Blast niggas that hit me up.
It's mostly them type of dudes that's doing.
Yeah, I had probably a couple of more people in there. My whole body is done, legs and shit.
Yeah. What made you wanna go with the head?
I'm gonna tell you this because a lot of people they give me they cough like, man, you had a vision, really. But in reality, I was locked up a long time and I was just getting tattoos and then it just you keep getting tattoos. What else we gonna do? We are in Dillon, Texas. We are way away from everything. It's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, shout out all of my Hispanic partners. Our cultures are merging down here. Our energy is young and aggressive, and the fucking needle, taking the needle, that shit is a part of it. You know what I mean? And if you got time to be there and the resources to get it done, you know, and you keep on doing it, shit, you fuck around, you look up and they telling you shit, you just got, what about what about your elbow?
Yeah.
What about your, you know what I mean? So, and that's really what happened to me. You know, my feet and all this shit, you want to make sure that you hitting all of your spots.
For sure.
And all of that. So, but also you want to make sure that you're getting stuff that means something to you and that's going to motivate you. So, I started putting things on me that, like the G on my forehead, I put to remember God.
Okay, for sure.
I wanted that to be right there when I looked in the mirror when I got out. Or just my everyday life. I wanted to be able to always remember God, like no matter what. That was so important to me to have that. Like even like on my hand right here, I got focus. I wanted to make sure when I look down, focus, that I would remember that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was, and I was seeing people like Rick Ross, of course, that was tatting their goals on them. Nipsey, millionaire.
Prolific, Nipsey.
Yeah, prolific. You know what I'm saying? To be that, and he was able to do that. So writing, there's definitely a power in writing, and there's definitely a power in, in branding yourself. With fucking shit that you want to make manifest.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a power in that. I've said that a lot of times.
I feel you. So the G and the focus are probably the ones that mean the most to you?
300.
300, okay.
Yeah, that definitely mean the most.
Yeah, that's down the hill, man.
Yeah, man, that's down the hill for sure, man. That's definitely down the hill. Deezy been down the hill.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But for sure, man, with hood stuff, or like, my neighborhood, we very close knit. So like I say, I've been the one that's like been locked up and been fucking up and all of this shit, and I wasn't the nigga in jail who didn't have, like, how you be locked up and they say, man, where your homeboys at now? They ain't fucking with you now, Shit, my homies was there for me the whole way. Shout out my best friend C.E.O, Pruitt, my little brother Jeezy, and every other person from my nigga Quinn to Chat, to everybody that wrote me and kept me. Like, I always felt great.
You blessed, man.
Yeah, I'm very, very blessed. So
for most people from the streets through incarceration, especially that much time, back to being out, the friendships, the relationships,
they fade.
Everything fades. So it's like, it's very seldom you get to hear that shit.
So I'm so glad to be able to represent, like in my music, like to be able to represent that so people can see that's a cool thing to hold people down.
Yeah.
Like I'm that dude. Shit, when you got that in you, you attract that shit too. Deezy done, he wrote me, like, it's motherfucker, that shit, like, people fuck with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
And you can't necessarily benefit, like, you just from it, like, just be real with somebody. Keep it solid with somebody so that you can attract that, because I see it's a lot of people out here that they have that missing. Damn, you ain't got no good friends. You know what I'm saying? I can't really imagine that. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, man.
Niggas gotta know where I'm at. Like right now, my nigga John know exactly where I'm at right now. People that live in these different cities, there's my homies, that's because my homies have moved around and shit. They got to know where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what might happen. So, I love the fact that I get a chance to represent that shit in my music. I love to to talk about these things that we, how we done been fortunate enough to be together. And on some company shit, Cash Kings,
that's your label, Cash Kings.
It's my label, but it's our all of us that I've been fortunate enough to come in contact with, all of us that think on the same level, that was reading those books, the guys that we were sharing those books and had those experiences down there, a collective that we formed that I just was fortunate enough to run the ball with, and to to found it, yes, but to also to be somebody that kept it going, because more than anything, with anything that I got going on, I know this shit's gonna sound real cliche, but I really, anybody that knows me will tell you this about me. I really want motherfuckers to know that they can do it. Like, in the real way, not the bullshit way. Not the way like your teacher told you. You know, you can do anything if you put your...
Not for real.
I really know you can do anything, because that's what your power is while you're here.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck you think is the reason why you can't do it, is the reason why you can't do it. But you ain't gotta believe that shit.
No.
You could believe that you can do it like a motherfucker, and it will melt its way into a reality for you. Some motherfuckers, I know it's hard to believe that when you ain't never seen shit good.
Yeah, and that's a problem with a lot of people, but that's a fact. You can do anything. That's why you're a human.
Sometimes just a change, like when somebody will tell you, like, you just need to move around. Like, in my hometown, they tell you that you need to move because it's more opportunity somewhere else.
Right.
Or in Houston, it's crazy because in Houston they'll tell you, you ain't gonna blow up in Houston. You need to move to Atlanta.
And Houston got all the opportunity.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
In Atlanta, they saying,
you know, you got the sauce.
Yeah.
But by you being from Atlanta, you need to move to Houston.
Right.
You know, it's a lot of people from Atlanta down here in Houston.
Yeah. Or vice versa.
Yeah, or vice versa. So the reality of it is, the change of scenery doesn't do nothing but elicit the mentality of, you know,
straight up
believing and doing what's necessary to make it a reality.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the familiarity of your old surroundings can kind of make you
stagnant.
Yeah,
your perception and shit.
But it's still your fault.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Allowing it to
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's still your fault.
At the end of the day, the world is your petri dish. The world is your perspective. The world is like, and that's for every man. You have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And woman.
Yeah,
it's for everybody. It is for everybody. And shit, if I ain't proof of it, you know what I'm saying? Ain't too many. I mean, I know, of course, anybody that has realized something substantial, but I'm telling you that shit. Not only I'm an example of it, I'm good at explaining this shit. So.
Random question. What do you think is your honest opinion about this coronavirus thing going on?
I don't want to over philosophize. I don't want to like put a lot of thought into it. Like, I mean, for not so much not put a lot of thought into it, but I am aware of a few things that there is some sort of pressure to kind of clean the planet of those who are no longer contributing as like the working class. People that are over 65 that they've done their working years. That class of people is living longer, and from what I have read and studied, that is stressing the world economy. So there's overpopulation, and there's been an agenda to eradicate those people that live in that space. So that's one thing. I don't know if it's true, but it seems like something that people in power would do, because that's something that they can come together on. That's a problem all over the world. People are living longer. They
say that's the biggest political problem worldwide is overpopulation.
Right. So you want to
too many people close to this money and resources and all that shit.
Yeah. So you want to try to get rid of that if you can. I would think so.
So ultimately, you feel like with this COVID-19 coronavirus, it's more so conspiracy than actual real pestilence in the air.
This planet been here long before us.
Facts.
How do we got new diseases? There's nothing here that hasn't already been here. And anything there's this same water that we have is the same water that Jesus had. The same water you drinking and gonna, urinate and and gonna go back into the air as precipitation and rain down as rain. This same water been around forever.
For sure.
So it's like, to think that there's some sort of new disease, that's I just always second guess that and question anything that the government tells you, especially as it relates to diseases. You know, you got some kind of disease. They also going to sell you the cure. I'm going to give you disease, I'm going to sell you the cure.
Sell you the cure.
Right, so, you know.
I've always been the type of person that when I see everybody jump into one thing, it always makes me want to step back and really peep what's going on before I jump in. Last question, though. Paint a picture for people. What is the wildest thing you ever seen in the prison system?
Probably the wildest thing I ever seen in prison was on Michael's unit.
Okay.
And I've seen a lot of wild things. I've seen a lot of impressive things that people were able to do in prison. But the wildest shit I ever seen in prison was people getting married on Michael's unit.
That's crazy.
On the record.
Inmates.
Yes, having a wedding.
To each other?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people getting married. What the dude's name that was getting married? Damn, light skinned dude. He used to be by. I forget his name, but if you was on Michael's, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Light skinned dude. He married this other punk on the unit. And yeah, they had ice cream and shit out there. You know, people is playing basketball and shit. And you got like this comedian nigga was doing the vows and all of that shit, and you know, it was like, yeah. So that's the wildest shit I probably done seen in prison. Motherfuckers getting married. But I've also seen like one of the most impressive things I ever seen in prison was them creating a intercom system.
Yeah.
Through the bars and shit. Like, I went to go get a tattoo on my thigh, and when I walked into the dude's cell, the one that was doing it, he tells me to pick up the headphones. Yeah. So I pick up the headphone. Now you got to think, we on like 4 row.
Yeah.
At the end of the run, I pick up it's got this in the headphones. It's got like a little dangling piece, so the headphones really was looking raggedy.
Yeah.
Man, I picked them damn headphones up. He said, talking to the one that's hanging there.
Yeah.
So I talking to it. Oh, what's up, AD? Man, they done ran the wires all through all through this run.
That's crazy.
So it's going into a few cells. So instead of having people looking like they really just watching out for the law, you got a dude sitting on 1 row, 3 cell.
Giving you the play-by.
Yeah, he looking at, and he's watching everything and communicating back to me, because there's only one way to get up there. This one run, the run stairs. So he's sitting right there. You might got to pay him, you know, like some coffee or some cookies or some shit, something basic just to hold you down. He already got that relationship with the tattoo man, and y'all able to communicate like that the whole time.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. And also, you able to communicate with him and listen to the radio at the same time.
It's crazy. Niggas in
hell
jail
yeah.
Creative than a motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Damn, what was my...
What, you had a radio name or something?
No, I'm trying to remember my boy name. Hillbilly.
Hillbilly? Okay.
Shout out my boy Hillbilly, man. They he got an aggravated life sentence, and they upheld it. Because he did come up for appeal. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But yeah, man, shout out Hillbilly. I don't know if you ever see this shit, but
every time.
Yeah.
Man, this the real last question, man.
Okay.
You got any questions for me, man?
Oh man, no question, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. In this shit right here, it's the same as anything else. Consistency. You know, staying consistent in what you're doing. Keep matching for what you're doing, and allow yourself to feel fear in it, and be willing to sleep under a bridge.
For real.
If it's that what you got to do to make it happen.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? If you keep doing that shit, you know, you'll have that Vlad. You'll have that.
Yeah, you trying
to
be
top. That's what it is. All this shit is like the boy Nipsey said, it's a marathon. Who want it the most? Who willing to do it when ain't nobody looking?
Yeah.
You know, if you gonna keep doing it, it's going down.
Man, that's a good game, man.
Yeah.
And there y'all have it too, man. I want to say it's an honor and privilege to have you in the green room.
Yeah, man. Addy 300, man, y'all. Yeah. Fuck with that crowns. Get on y'all.
Crowns 3.
You know, we on crowns 3 right now for them crowns.
I got it already. Y'all need to catch up, man.
Them crowns was popping, man. I love y'all feedback. The people that really fuck with my shit. They'll tell you that I'm fucking with that feedback. I love when they tell me to try different things. I'm fucking with it. So just let me know I'm in it to be the best.
Yes, sir. Cash Kings.
Cash Kings.
I'm saying it right now. The greatest East Texas rapper of all time.
Hey, man.
Longview's finest.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Shit, there you go. LD 300, y'all. Yes, sir.